Hello and welcome to Perfect Opacity. Today you're going to learn how to create a letter portrait. We're going to be using letter V. So what you do, load your image that you're going to be working with. Already loaded mine. So I'm going to create a new working space. I'm going to use 1920 by 1080. I'm going to create. And then I'm going to double click on background to unlock this layer. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add a gradient. I'm going to use basics. And now for the color, I'm going to click here. For the color, I'm going to select a gray color like that. Okay, and then for the style, for this gradient, I'm going to use radio. Then I'm going to inverse it. Then I'm going to adjust my scale to around 297 is not bad. And then I say okay. Then from there, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over to the text tool. And then I'm going to type letter V. I'm going to select it. Then I'm going to use Encopada Classic font like that. Then I hit Ctrl T. And I want to enlarge this letter, make it big, almost filling the whole working space. Perfect. And then I'm going to load the image that I'll be working with. Just drag it to my working space. Then hit Ctrl T. And I want to adjust my resize my image around there. Still on this image, I'm going to reduce opacity around 66. That's okay. That way I can resize the image while I'm able to see the underlying text there. I think that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to restore the opacity to 100. Then still on this image, I'm going to come over to select and then subject. Perfect. Once the image is selected, I'll come over and add a layer mask to remove the background. Then I'll come over to the text. On this text, I'm going to right click and then I'm going to select pixels. That's for the text. Then I'm going to hit Shift Ctrl I to inverse select. And then on this layer mask for the image, I click on it. And then making sure that the color here is black over white, I'll come over to the brush tool and select. And then I'll make sure that I use hard round brush. Again, you need to make sure that opacity here is 100%. And then what I'll do, I'll just come over and paint over this background like that. Nicely done. Just paint all of them, make sure that nothing will be left. Perfect. And then hit Ctrl D to deselect, and you can see how nice our outlay is. Next, I'm going to come over here and you're going to add we click on gradient map like that. Come over to the image layer over here, and you're going to use the quick selection tool. And what I want to do is that I want to select the hair and the clothing. I'm going to adjust my size to around 38. Let me see. Like that. Then come over to this gradient map with white over black. Please note it's white over black. I'm going to hit delete that way, and then I hit Control D. deselect. There we have our image. And then I come over to the text layer over here. I'm going to add a drop shadow. And then I'm going to adjust the distance. I think that's good enough. 17 is okay. Spread. And then the size. I believe 32 is okay. And then I'm going to add a stroke. And then this stroke I'm going to add maroon color. Good enough. So I'm going to increase. And then I'm going to reduce the opacity. There, okay. And then finally what I'm going to do is that I'm going to come over to Shift, Control, Alt, and then E to merge all the layers, and then I'll come to Filter, Camera Raw Filter. And then I'm going to make adjustments accordingly. I'm going to increase the temperature, add a bit of tint, exposure, and that's good enough. Contrast, highlights, shadows, that should be mean as whites, and so on and so forth. So here you adjust according to your liking, and then you'll be done. Perfect. I think I'm satisfied. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, you hit the notification bell, and you can share this video with somebody else, and also they might also get to learn with you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.